Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching the station identification of one of Wayland City's resident YouTubers. Live in the basement. This is not MTV's remote control. And he is not Ken Ober. God rest Ken Ober's soul. This is WEML-TV, Channel 77. And now here's your host, New Bedford, Massachusetts' own, Mr. Eric M. Lima. Thank you, Mr. Announcer. Hey, you're watching yet another episode of WEML-TV Channel 77, episode number 307. I'm Eric Lima, your host here, and welcome to the show. Before we, Here we go. Now, in the last episode of WEML-TV Channel 77, you saw my 15th edition of the Bullseye Bonus Island on Thundercracker Thursday. It started, also, Thursdays mean NXT UK. If you haven't had watched NXT UK, let me tell you something. You're sleeping on NXT UK. They have some of the best talent ever. And I gotta hand it to the folks over at NXT UK, especially Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They really did a good job over there. It kicked off with the matchup. Wolfgang goes one-on-one with the Thunderstorm Sam Gradwell. Now, Gradwell went on the mic to run his mouth. Now, here's the problem I have with Sam Gradwell. Listen, he said in an interview that he was going to be training something evolving into something far more superior. Well, he would be if he wouldn't keep running his mouth so much and start winning matches. Instead, he better start focusing on winning matches in wrestling instead of running his mouth against his opponents. Because Wolfgang gave Wolfgang all he got, and Wolfgang gave him all he got, and Wolfgang ended up winning the match again. Sam Gradwell, the Thunderstorm, says he's turning into something far superior. He was interviewed after the matchup. Dude, get on a winning streak, then you could transform into something superior. Until then, I think Sam Gradwell should keep his mouth shut and let his wrestling do the talking. Because if he went on the main roster at the Raw or SmackDown and he runs his mouth like that, he would get his teeth kicked in. Especially somebody like Bobby Lashley or Drew McIntyre. Or even better yet, go to SmackDown. Try to do that with Roman Reigns. I think Sam Gradwell better be thanking his lucky stars the Undertaker's retired. Because if the Undertaker did not retire and Sam Gradwell ran his mouth, Undertaker would have dropped him on his head. Tombstone, 1, 2, 3, game over. So if I were Sam Gradwell, I'd be focusing on winning matches before transforming into something more superior. That's my personal opinion on that. I know Gradwell's got a lot of potential. He's in great fighting shape, but man, he's got to stop running his mouth so much. And then Kenny Williams, the Luckian, no longer known as the Luckian, cut a promo about his upcoming matchup. And then the ladies of NXT were happy about Mako Satomura being the NXT UK Women's Champion, except for one person, Amal, the French Hope. She's upset that she was taken out of that she was not included in the gauntlet match by order of Scala. She said, "You took my spot. I'm going to get you." So could be another feud waiting in the wings. Amal, the French Hope, and Mako Satomura, the final boss. And people like Dakota Kai was giving her props. Raquel Gonzalez. Beth Phoenix was giving her props. Zaya Brookside as well. And it'll be a whole lot of fun. Backstage, SUBCulture confronts Ginny and Joseph Connors before SUBCulture, the team of Danny Luna and Flash Morgan Webster, were about to get their match on. But Pretty Deadly seems to be interrupting them. I was like, why would Pretty Deadly? This is a mixed tag match. I think SUBCulture, the former NXT UK Tag Team Champions, because they were Tag Team Champions at one point. So it will be Pretty Deadly versus SUBCulture. Yeah, heck of a SUBCulture to me is like the NXT UK version of Eminem without the glitz and the glamour, without the they're like the urban version of Eminem, the street version of Eminem, and I gotta respect that. Although Danny Lewis cannot enter the ring like Melina did, so that's something. Danny Jones, the Welshman, took on the Lucky and Kenny Williams. And it was a heck of a matchup, but Kenny Williams did win in the end with his new move called the Bad Luck. So, so there's that. Next week, there will be a triple threat match between three of the toughest guys in NXT UK. Joe Coffey, Rampage Brown, and Ilya Dragunov. Good rumor has it they could have some NXT UK title implications in this matchup. And let's add Walter making a fatal four-way. In order for to beat him, he doesn't have to be pinned to lose the title. My personal opinion. Well, we'll see what happens. So all three had to sit down and talked about it. And then I had to talk about it, and they were arguing about see who's the best next week. It's going to be a heck of a matchup. If there's no disqualification in a triple threat match, I expected all three of these gentlemen to go way well at it. Go all out, I should say. Then Mark Coffey was interviewed about the Wolfgang's victory over Sam Gradwell. He says he's got one. I'll go challenge the matchup. And he decided to annoy the heck out of Shawn Samuels, which I think is funny. So Shawn Samuels goes, you know what? Fine. And then they had the Supernova sessions with Noam Dar. And he's promoting his new T-shirt that you can see on WWEshop.com, which I think is it'll be really cool. And then Jordan Devlin became his host and became his guest, I should say, not host. And Jordan Devlin was talking about being on stateside and losing the NXT Cruiserweight title to. I like the way Noam Dar made fun of Santos Escobar, Santa Claus Esco Bum. I thought it was pretty fun. I miss Alicia Fox in the WWE. Alicia Fox. It was Santa Claus Esco Bum. Santa Claus Esco Bum. Oh, my stomach hurts from laughing so hard. Oh my gosh. Wait till we do the Rant and Rave podcast of Ben Wilner reading Grey Eggs and Ham, which I think was hilarious. And this Santa Claus Esco Bum. Oh my god. Oh, anyways, Jordan Devlin made a declaration that now he's back. He's not playing around no more. And he's going to be doing some serious business. I would not be surprised. Jordan Devlin, Walter, give me that matchup, sign it. And I see Jordan Devlin walking out NXT UK champion in the future. Also next week happening, Oliver Carter, who will be having retribution for Ashton Smith, takes on Teoman. So there's that. Dave Master was interviewing, and then he's watching Tyler Bate and Jack Starr's training, and he's like very intrigued, very interested. So he walks on over and says, "How you guys doing?" And Tyler Bate says, training with Jack Starrs." Well, and Tyler Bate says, "Jack Starrs, I've seen you. I've been impressed with you. I think I'm going to try to offer you the NXT UK Heritage Cup Championship match. What do you say?" And Jack Starrs basically turned the guy down. I'm like, huh? It's an opportunity for me right there. Even Dave Master says, "Hey, what are you doing, mate? It's your opportunity. I suggest you take it." Dave Master kind of question. I think Jack Starrs he felt like he wasn't ready for a championship opportunity, but Jack Starrs, very humble guy, and I appreciate the humbleness and respect that he has for Tyler Bate. But man, this is an opportunity, man. I should go. Jack Starrs should go in there and try to win a match, man. I'll tell you. So, anyways, Nathan Frazier took on Rohan Raja, and it was a heck of a match. Frazier took out the victory, and then Teoman's eye appears after the match. That's the second loss in a row for Rohan Raja. Maybe Teoman's trying to do something. And Jordan Devlin was returning to his locker room and finds a kid in his locker room sipping on coffee. Devlin gets upset about it. He goes, "Yeah, I think a kid heard what Devlin had to say, and this is a kid's way of saying, you want to face the best? I lost the NXT UK Heritage Cup title. Take me on." So Jordan Devlin gets upset. He's trying to find Sid Scala, and then a kid standing there sipping coffee. A kid, what a man, what a dude. I say he's a challenge. All right, and SUBCulture's Danny Luna and Flash Morgan Webster. I think that's still a cool name. in a mixed tag match against Ginny and Joseph Connor. One thing, Jenny, I'm thinking Jenny Neidhart, who is pretty hot in my opinion. Ginny and Joseph Connors, and Pretty Deadly was on color commentary for this unique matchup, and it was back and forth gamesmanship by both teams all overall. But in the end, Ginny had the referee distracted, but it backfired on her. Dane Lillard took advantage, and then and then and then and then Flash Morgan Lives did something like a 630 splash, or was it more than a 630 splash? Is what Nigel said. I gotta take a look back at that match because I know he did more than was a 960. I heard, or a 760. I forget. I think it was a 760. Anyways, it was a humongous somersault type of splash. Makes the freak out on Joseph Connors. Picked up the victory. Mark Andrews coming to congratulate him, and then Pretty Deadly taunting them, holding the belts, and yes, boy, and all that good stuff. So we see Pretty Deadly versus SUBCulture for the NXT UK Tag Team Championship. I like to see that matchup. I mean, Webster and Andrews were former tag team champions at one point, so this could happen again. You never know. So that is all. Like I said, NXT UK, can't sleep on the talent you got there. I'm kind of hoping that England gets back to normal soon, so we can, hopefully they can travel and see, go to an NXT stateside and display their skills. We're already seeing a lot of craziness happen. So 2 matches happening next week. Oliver Carter versus Teoman, and the triple threat match that could be the main event. Ilya Dragunov versus Joe Coffey versus Rampage Brown. Could be a heck of a match. I like Gallus. Gallus boys on top. Big fan. I also like Ilya Dragunov too. He's a cool dude. So that is all the time we have on the NXT UK Event Center for 17th of June 2021. It is 6:37 p.m. I have yet to eat something. I got to eat something. 68 degrees and sunny. I don't know. We'll see what the weather is going to be like tomorrow. I know. Rumor has it there was a tropical storm in the Atlantic. Yeah. So, give me a second here. And let's see. Let's see if I can upgrade this. Okay. Red Sox beat the Braves last night again. 2-game sweep against the Braves in there. All right. Let's see what we got here. All right. Tomorrow, Friday, will be mostly sunny at 79. Saturday, mostly cloudy, 78. Sunday, 84. The first day of the summer. Monday looks like more of the high 70s, low 80s, high 70s, which is pretty good. Right around the start of summer. Let's see. We don't know if they extended the time for the Wayland City Festival because it seems like the New Bedford. Here's again. This is I detect a conspiracy against the Wayland City Festival because I think some of these people have not gotten over the fact of the brawl that happened 14 years ago, and the neighbors probably have not gotten over it, and they probably not. And the neighbors are not too happy about, having the Wayland City Festival back. Let me tell you something. All right. If the neighbors don't like the Wayland City Festival, they should move out of New Bedford. Because the fact of the matter is this. You're not a true New Bedfordite if you hate the Wayland City Festival, which is a New Bedford summer tradition for 50 years. If you can put it up with it for 50 years, you can put up with it for one more year. I mean, come on. I mean, I can understand, people not respecting people's property, I get it. I suggest you put waste baskets around and have a sign, please dump trash in here, not on neighbor's property. That's what you should do. Because if I lived in that neighborhood, I made sure that as a 2 festival goers, please dump trash in here, not in people, and just help out, That's what I would have done if I moved into that neighborhood. I wouldn't mind going to the Wayland City Festival myself. Put a trash can out there, But then you get some punks out there that, they want to disrespect the rules and everything else and, what have you. And, I mean, I can, if they're that scared, if they're that scared, I suspect because I just found out that Scott Lang is not a fan of the Wayland City Festival, neither is his current mayor, John Mitchell. And that's very disappointing. because that showed the disrespect, you know, for a tradition that's happened for years. But it's just because a fight happened, a fight broke out, and you know, and just you know, and the police union tried to, but you know, felt bad for what happened, and they decided to try and organize the festival, and then all of a sudden, oh, we won a contract, and then I can bet you too, when the mayor says you're running the festival, and then they decided, and Mike Sylvia stepped up and took over. I'm hoping that they extend it to at least 8:30, 9 o'clock, because, and I say this, and if anybody starts a fight there, tell them to leave. Tell them don't leave, not come back. If they're going to be that way, going to be disrespectful, I say they should go. So, am I having the fact that the Board of Health wants it to 6 o'clock? Everything's been lifted. State of emergency's gone. I don't know what the heck their issue is. I'm sure, I know what it is. You know, it's like, it's probably still not over the brawl that happened. Dude, last time we ended the festival early, it almost closed down. You know, that's one thing I hate about the politicians and board executives. That's, you know, they make them the dumbest decisions ever. Decisions that make no sense until they realize, oh, that shut down? Uh-oh, we got to do something. I screwed my own city. I mean, how stupid is this? You know? I think the whole thing's ridiculous. You know, get over it. All right, it happened 14 years ago and it happened in the past. Get over it. I'll get a little bit more of that on the next video. All right, I'll see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful night, and God bless. And until the next episode, peace out.